Welcome to Rock DIY, or Do It You. If you do it, then it's all you. This is what you get when you order the SUNPAK 19-inch bicolor LED ring light kit. It comes in this box. And then within the box, you get this case, a set of instructions, accessory pouch, and this remote. It comes with this mount that goes on the tripod. Then you got the telescoping tripod, cell phone mount, and then this is the ball swivel for the cell phone mount, and then you have your power adapter. This is the on-off switch and dimmer, so you can go from high to low as far as light output. And then while you have it on, if you want to change the color temperature of the light, you can use this switch, which gives you like daylight, natural light, in between. And then where you plug in your power adapter goes here. This cell phone ball swivel can be mounted two ways on the cell phone holder. It can be mounted here, or it can be mounted here. So this would go here or here, depending on how you want your cell phone to be mounted. The cell phone holder does expand. It's spring loaded so that you can put your cell phone in it and it will hold it pretty tightly. It's got these gripper pads on the outside that hold on. The legs are in the upward position, which is a little different than what I'm used to. I guess this is to save space, but they basically open up and then you basically slide them down to the up position. And then as far as the telescoping, each one of these comes out, and there's three of them, 1, 2, and 3. This is where the halo light attaches, which I'll show in a minute. And then once you get the piece where you want it, you just turn the thumb screw to lock it down where you want it. Right now the tripod is sitting in the upright position, and then as far as getting the tripod legs where you want them, you do have to continue to push down. This is what the tripod looks when it's got the legs like fully extended in the downward position. Of course, if you want the legs to go out further, then basically you just pull the legs out, and then once you have the legs where you want them, then you just use this thumb screw to lock it down so it stays where you want the legs. This is what the tripod looks like, fully extended. With the tripod legs in their full upright position, it would be very difficult to put your light on this and not have it fall over. So you would have to come up with some method to keep the legs in place, or spread the legs out to give you more stability. And then as far as which way the light is hanging, you would have to make sure that you have one of the legs facing the same direction to keep it from tipping over. This is what the legs look like on the tripod when they're fully spread out for maximum ability to hold the light. And one of the issues you may have if you're trying to use this near a counter or a workspace where you're trying to demonstrate something using the light, if you have to have the forward leg to the front and you have to get it close to a counter, like I have it, you're going to have difficulty putting the light on the side facing the counter because the front leg will not be to the front. This piece right here with the thumb screw is the mount that goes on top of the tripod. This piece is not mounted to the light when you get it. It's in the accessory kit. I put it on for demonstration purposes. As far as mounting it, you can only mount it from this side right here, not from here or here, even though these holes on the sides look like they will fit, they will not fit. This is the LED halo mounted to the tripod. Basically, you slide this plastic piece over this threaded metal piece on the top, and then once you get it in place, you use the thumb screw to tighten it down. And then it's currently where I have it sitting, but you can adjust this thumb screw right here to adjust the angle that you want your light at. So this is the tripod with the legs spread out as far as they will go, with the 19-inch halo LED light on the top of it. I don't know how much you can tell in this video. If you compare it to something straight in the background, you can see that once you put the halo on, the tripod leans severely towards wherever the halo, the majority of the weight of the halo is pointing. So in most cases, you have to turn the tripod and then also turn the halo towards where that front leg is pointing in order to prevent it from tipping over. But regardless of where the legs are in relation to the halo, the tripod telescoping portion has got a serious lean to it. You can turn the halo to the side where you don't have a forward facing leg, but just to show you, you can barely touch it and it will fall over. Once you have the tripod set up and you have your halo installed, then you can apply the power to the halo itself by plugging it in here. And then as far as light from the halo, this is your on-off dimmer switch. So you first turn it on, and then you can adjust it brighter and brighter. And then with this right knob, you can adjust the color temperature. I'm sure depending on your monitor, it might be difficult to tell the color temperature, but you can see, you should be able to see some change in the lighting. Right above where you plug in your power to the halo, here is a threaded hole so that you can place the cell phone holder into it. As mentioned previously, this portion right here spreads out depending on your cell phone width, so you can put it in there that way, or you can remove this and use the other side put your cell phone in this way. This is what an item would look like under a regular desk LED light. And if you notice over here, there's shadows being casted on the side and the back. And then nothing as far as where the LED light is actually facing. This is what an item looks like with the halo light projecting light at it. There's really no shadow at all. And the camera is on the mount inside the halo light. On the tripod itself, not sure why, and this just came straight out of the box, there's corrosion underneath the paint, or they just did a really poor job painting it. It looks like it may have been painted twice and then they tried to fix it. And it's on all three sides of this piece that holds the legs. The thumb screws hit this portion of the collar that locks down the sliding pieces, telescoping portion of the tripod. It's brand new and these thumb screws are rubbing on it, so it's very difficult to turn. And it only gets to, it's mainly this bottom one. The second one up isn't so bad. It's close. And then the third one is okay, it's got good clearance. But you can see on this one here that it doesn't quite have the clearance that it needs. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that these rivets here were not intended to be a natural stop for these arms on the legs, but I can see that over time you're either going to wear these arms or these rivets are going to get sheared off. I mean, they do become a natural stop point for extending the tripod all the way out. But if you're using the halo on the end of the telescoping portion, I don't see where you'll ever have your tripod at its maximum extension like this. Right here is where the halo light attaches to the top of the telescoping portion of the tripod. Here, another issue is, even though you can tighten down these thumb screws pretty tight, it will still move. This little remote came with the halo light. Not exactly sure what it does. Pretty sure it doesn't control anything to do with the halo light itself. And it does say camera 360 iOS, and then this bottom one says Android. So I'm assuming that it's probably, you can link it with your phone to control when pictures are taken. But there is nothing in the instructions or on the website that even mention this device at all. This is what your cell phone would look like in the mount on the halo. My final thoughts on this light is that it does provide good lighting with different tones and also different brightness levels. I like the compactness of the tripod, the halo bag, and the accessory bag. I'm concerned about the overall tripod stability, the materials used, the fact that it leans too much based on the halo being on the tripod, the assembly materials. The halo would probably break if it ever fell very easily. You would have to use sandbags to hold the tripod legs down if you have them fully extended up. The telescoping portions are not built to handle the weight or the reach of the halo. The telescoping portions still move even when they're locked down. The instructions say that the bag for the halo is padded. It's not. And the higher up the tripod is, the worse the lean is on the telescoping portion of the tripod. Overall, I don't think the product is worth the price that you pay for it. Thanks for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. I hope this product review helps you in your decision-making process in whether to purchase it or not. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks again.